Hey everyone, Lieutenant Omni here. When playing TF2, there are many weapon loadout choices to choose from. You can play as Heavy with the Hero Long Heater, Buffalo Steak Sandwich, and Stock Fists. Or you can play as a Demo Man with the Loose Cannon, Splendid Screen, and Persian Persuader. But when looking at these options, you have to figure out which weapon is better or worse by their stats. For example, let's go back to the Heavy loadout I had described earlier. The Buffalo Steak Sandwich would be a good option, but you have to take into account that you are only able to use melee weapons after consuming the steak. But to counter that negative drawback, you also gain extra movement speed and mini-crits for 16 seconds. And on the subject of this loadout, let's talk about the Hero Long Heater. The positive attributes to this weapon is that a ring of fire is created while spun up. In addition, you also get 25% damage bonus to anyone engulfed in flames. However, with this
burning ring of fire,
you get a minus 10% damage penalty, and an additional 4 ammo per second is consumed while spun up. So, you can burn up your opponents, but you have to worry about less damage dealt and more ammo consumption per second. Now, knowing that most weapons have their own stat changes, how do you know what's the better choice? The Widowmaker or Rescue Ranger? The Airstrike or the Original? The Rap Assassin or the Boston Basher? No, I'm just kidding. Nobody uses those scout weapons. Anyways, today I'm going to explain which medic primary weapon is better out of the two overshadowed unlockables, the Overdose and the Blutsauger. So, without any further delays, let's get right into it. So, let's first talk about the weapon that is always pictured as the Battle Medic primary. That's right, our first contestant is the Blutsauger. Now, there's a reason why this weapon is generally viewed as the Battle Medic primary. Its positive attribute makes it so that the medic can gain up to plus 3 health on a single hit. This means that if you're extremely good with your aim, and continuously hit an enemy, you can survive attacks from a heavy and kill him. Now, with this in mind, its negative attribute makes it so that the medic gets minus 2 health drained per second on wearer. This means that the medic would be regenerating health at the rate of 1 health point per second at the start instead of the usual 3, and the maximum health you can regenerate is 4 rather than the usual 6. This means you have to rely on your primary to gain more health, which isn't what playing medic is for. The regen reason right here is why the Blutsauger is viewed as the Battle Medic weapon. With the Blutsauger in your loadout, medics are now supposed to rely on the Blutsauger to heal themselves due to the abundance of regeneration, and often force themselves to go in for attacks rather than healing their allies, which usually gets them killed 99% of the time. Moving away from the Blutsauger, let's discuss its opponent for the day, the Overdose. Compared to the Blutsauger and the Crossbow, this primary is already overshadowed, but I'm here to help shed some light on this poor primary. When looking at its stats, people already become disgusted and throw this weapon in the garbage. The reason? It has no shown positive attributes, and the only negative attribute it has is that there's a minus 15% damage penalty. Now, that may seem bad, but trust me, its active effect gives it some little positive light, that being the white text on the bottom. While the Overdose is active, the medic's movement speed increases based on the Ubercharge percentage to a maximum of plus 20%. So, at max Ubercharge, the medic speed while holding the Overdose is 128%. Not as fast as while healing a scout, but still much faster than your normal speed of 107%. The only problem is, this is only active while you're holding the Overdose. So if you're holding the Medigun or Ubersaw, you don't get the boost. This is generally the reason why the Overdose is usually not picked up like the Crossbow, the Blutsauger, or the Syringe Gun, and generally why it stays in the shadow more than the other 3 Syringe Guns. And it's kinda sad, honestly. So, with all of this in mind, what's the best primary for the medic to use? Well, in terms of the Blutsauger versus the Overdose, it really depends on your playstyle. If you want to be more aggressive and keep yourself alive in dangerous situations, then the Blutsauger is the better choice for you. If you want to play it safe and escape in dangerous situations, then the Overdose is the obvious choice. I would personally use the Overdose merely for its speed and gimmick. Medics aren't really supposed to attack, so the minus 15 damage percent does not matter to me. They're supposed to be a support class for a reason. Yes, you can use the Ubersaw, but that's only in dire situations. But no matter which of the two primaries you choose, no matter which playstyle you prefer. We can all agree on one thing. The Crusader's Crossbow is the best and only choice for the medic's primary slot. Nah, I'm just kidding. You can use whatever primary you want. As long as you're being the best medic you can be, it doesn't matter what primary you use. And if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment below any ideas you have for videos. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.